watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Good morning to you, and thanks so much for waking up with us 6 a.m. on this Wednesday. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Netta Irampar. We have a few people waking up early who haven't had to do that for a few weeks as school starts now. Let's see what the weather will be like, what to wear for this first day of school.
And maybe people getting that Comic-Con costume all figured out, the last-second tailoring.
A lot of visitors in San Diego, a lot of kids waking up for school. I think weather's treating us pretty nicely. The biggest change compared to where we typically would be is that temperatures are on the cooler side of average for our afternoon. And then these clouds, they've been sticking around a lot longer than they typically would for the month of July. But nonetheless, here on our Wednesday morning, we're already seeing that those clouds are fracturing a bit. You can see toward the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there, starting to get a little more light in than usual. So it is still overcast nonetheless, but we're seeing some signs out there that that overcast start to the morning could give us some sunshine as early as 9, 10 a.m. 73 along the coast on average, 84 this afternoon inland. Coming up, we'll talk more about the cooler than normal temperatures we have for the rest of the week and about a subsequent warming trend we could be watching for after that. Let's send things over to Vanessa for traffic. Good morning.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to everyone tuning in. The time is 6:01, taking a live look outside. Not looking too bad on the 5 freeway in both directions. This is right at the curves. Some good news if maybe you're headed towards that Hawthorne Street exit to catch a flight. We are tracking a brush fire 52 west over the 125. We have Chopper 8 that will be up in a few minutes, so maybe they'll give us a bird's eye view of that activity. Other than that, it's not really causing any slowing, making your way westbound this morning out of the East County. Meanwhile, we're getting reports of a car that's reportedly facing the wrong way, and that's on the 163 North, right at Quince Drive through the Hillcrest Balboa Park area. Netta.
All right, Vanessa, thank you for that. And now city crews will soon be able to clear encampments from state highway properties.
And that's because Mayor Todd Gloria and the California Department of Transportation came to an agreement on this. CBS 8's Regina Yerita live in our studio here with details on this one-year pilot program here. Regina?
Yeah, that's right. Just 1 year. So they're trying to see how to really find more ways to clear up encampments. We've seen encampments scattered alongside the San Diego freeways. It's been a concern for the city, who says it poses a safety issue as more are being seen along the highway shoulders. Mayor Todd Gloria had mentioned in the beginning of the year that he wanted the state to take charge and clean up homeless encampments near the freeways, or he would have the city handle it. Now it seems he's keeping up with those demands with a new pilot program.
This is absolutely necessary. Leaving folks to live alongside our freeways is extremely dangerous, both to those folks who are unhoused, but also to motorists who are using our public rights of way.
So Mayor Gloria on Tuesday announced an agreement with the California Department of Transportation that will let San Diego crews enter state property. This is land that Caltrans is normally responsible for, but now city workers will be allowed to focus on cleaning up homeless encampments. It is a 5-mile stretch of state freeways that run through Little Italy, downtown East Village, and even Barrio Logan. According to the mayor, the city of San Diego receives an average of 300 calls every month about homeless encampments on state-owned land near freeways. Gloria says it has left the city's hands tied since they were legally not able to access these areas. This new agreement with Caltrans now changes that. And a major part of this new initiative, along with cleaning up these encampments, is connecting unsheltered residents with local resources. Outreach workers will be allowed to go into state property to offer assistance. Now, the pilot program follows Governor Gavin Newsom's executive order to direct state agencies to adopt policies to address encampments on state-owned land, all while treating residents with respect and dignity. The state will reimburse the city for up to $400,000 of its cost for this program. Guys?
Okay, Regina, thank you very much. And now this morning, it is now up to San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria to sign new rules limiting how many accessory dwelling units can be built on single-family lots. The City Council voted to finalize the rules, and under them, a maximum of 4 ADUs can be built on lots of less than 8,000 square feet, a max of 5 on lots 8 to 10,000 square feet, and then a maximum of 6 on lots 10,000 square feet or larger. Other changes include required parking for ADUs that are not near transit and a ban on building them on wildfire-prone cul-de-sacs. This all takes effect 30 days after the mayor signs off.
This morning, some students in the South Bay getting ready to go back to school. The first day of school for students in the Sweetwater Union High School District and Chula Vista Elementary School District.
It's a big day. You remember the nerves of the first day? Well, these students are on a year-round schedule. So, yeah, we're in the heart of summer. They're going back. CBS 8's Chris Grow live at Olympic View Elementary, where students will soon be filling up those classrooms. Chris, good morning to you.
Yeah, the Golden Eagles will be flocking back here to Olympic View Elementary to celebrate, of course, the first day of school. And while some of you that are not in the South Bay be wondering, hey, it's July 23rd, what are kids doing coming back to school? Well, again, for those of you not familiar, this is that year-round schedule that we see here in the South Bay, specifically, again, with Chula Vista Elementary. And so we are going to be seeing nearly 30,000 students return back to school. Again, specifically 27,202 students in the district that will be opening up those classrooms, dusting off those books, maybe even for some, again, remember, starting kindergarten. They're going to be going to their first day of their school academic career. This is also happening at a time when Chula Vista Elementary School is actually opening up 5 community schools this year. These are going to be 5 schools within the district that are identified as being able to launch some pretty important initiatives, student-centered education that supports academic success as well as family well-being. So this is also for the families, for students, as well as for staff, trying to make sure that they are taken care of at all hours, all days of the year. And so that's something that's really cool that they'll be previewing this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is something that we saw similar happen to a program at San Diego Unified as well, too, that has gotten some positive reviews. We will be here speaking to the principal in just a short amount of time here as we expect to see those kiddos coming in, maybe some with some oversized backpacks that they haven't grown into just quite yet, but ready to celebrate and ready to have their first day. Eric and Netta?
Oh, they look cute no matter what size. Yeah.
Taking the pictures.
It's such a big day.
Compared to years past. Yeah.
Oh,
Picking out the outfit right now.
So fun.
I mean, I remember I was setting out that outfit like 4 or 5 days in advance.
As soon as you know what you're going to have on. Yeah.
Right,
And then as you get toward middle school
Keep
and
it
high
crispy.
school, it's like you got the whole week of first week.
I felt the toughest thing was to not wear the outfit before school started.
Keep it fresh.
You just got to keep
fresh. Exactly.
You don't touch.
Right. You got to keep it separate, hung up, ready to go. You can look at it every morning as you're getting ready. Here's what it's like outside this afternoon. Should be a fantastic first day of school for all the kids out there. 84 across our inland valleys, 82 for the mountains, and 103 for the deserts. Coastline still staying mild at 73 degrees. Partly cloudy skies expected, but right now out the door, you got to contend with some 60s. So we're going to see a pretty decent change, about a 20-degree warming trend across our inland valleys compared to where we are right now. 63 right now in Ramona, going to warm up to the mid 80s, but out along the coastline, we're already in the mid and upper 60s, and we're only going to warm to about 75 this afternoon. So less than 10 degrees of change out along the immediate coastline. Bottom line is that those kids haven't had much of a summer out there when we look at our temperatures. Temperatures have been on the cooler side of average for the last 2 weeks. There's only been 1 day that made it to the above average range in downtown San Diego. And when we look at the last week specifically, we've had mainly low to mid 70s on hand, haven't made it above that 76-degree marker that is average over the entirety of the past week. Santee and El Cajon looking at a high today of 83 degrees, still on the cooler side of average. 78 for La Mesa, 75 for San Diego. Down south in Imperial Beach, a high of 71. And in San Ysidro, 75 this afternoon. We'll take you up to North County, Oceanside, a high of 75. Solana Beach, 73. San Marcos, 78. And Poway, a high of 80. We'll see RB coming in just below that 80 marker at 79 this afternoon. And no big change for the rest of the work week. If you're trying to plan those outfits like we mentioned for Thursday and Friday, maybe your Comic-Con outfits, well, temperatures are staying pretty stagnant. It's not until the beginning of next week that we'll start to take on a more noticeable warming trend in the forecast. Vanessa has more on how things are looking on our roads here at the early 6 o'clock hour.
Hey, Evan, 6:09 is the exact time as we give you a live look outside. This is a 5 in both directions right at Genesee. This is the southbound drive, bottom right, and more towards the middle. That's the northbound drive as folks travel through the La Jolla area. This is the 805 in both directions, right at Home Avenue. Coming at your screen is the northbound drive, traveling from the South Bay, the Chula Vista neighborhood. We have a few things happening across the county right now. We have a brush fire reported on the 52 West at the 125 split. It looks like it's not causing any slowing whatsoever, but as long as it's active, it may plug things up for you if you're headed out the door soon. We're also getting reports of a spin out on the 163 at Quince Drive, and that's as you make your way south passing, I'd say that's about like the Washington area near the zoo exit as you make your way into downtown San Diego. And then we are getting reports of a large object in one of the middle lanes on the 5 right at Palomar Airport Road, and that's on the southbound end. Still not plugging things up either. Still really early. Things won't really start picking up for another 15-20 minutes or so. Average speed 65-70 miles per hour at last check if you're traveling in from Santee or La Mesa this morning. Same deal. So far so good. And out of the North County, no major issues nor delays. Travel times right now are all in the green. Green, always good. 10 to about 20 minutes to get you southbound in from Encinitas as well as Escondido. If you're traveling in from the South Bay headed northbound, full span of the Coronado Bridge downtown to Coronado. I'm not sure why this is always highlighted in the yellow. It should be green because that's pretty average. 3 minutes doesn't sound bad at all to get you to the toll booth. 9 to 15 minutes, meanwhile, headed northbound in from San Isidro as well as that 54 split. All right, let's go ahead and pull up your border wait times and see what those numbers are clocking in at. Inbound from San Isidro Port of Entry, over 2 hours, about an hour and a half if you're headed at northbound in from the Otay Mesa Port of Entry at last check.